Good morning, Zach Gotot here with Paragon Ag. This week, like many others this year, has been interesting to say the least. We've seen the entire ag space higher amidst the ongoing coronavirus concerns. Fear and panic is still swirling in the average consumer as we are seeing grocery stores cleaned out and shelf stockers not being able to keep up with consumer demand. People are worried they're going to be stuck at their homes, so they're going out and getting their hands on as much food as they can. This rapid buying brought the livestock markets back to life. The last 2 weeks we've seen huge movements in boxed beef as packers are pushing out as much product as they can. Packer margins are still well in the green as we're seeing positive cash bids leading the futures market up. Wheat mills are in a similar boat, with bread being swept from the stores. They're ramping up production to fill the lack of supply. Interestingly enough, we saw China buy wheat as well, something they haven't done in a few years. Corn's got a different story as it's being kept at bay with the crude market finding new lows. Ethanol margins are still well in the red, and we're seeing limited production and talks of closing plants completely. With limited ethanol production, livestock producers are rolling through the last of their DDG supply and are now having to add soybean meal to its rations. That change in buying is being reflected in the meal futures market, which is actually what's leading the soybean prices higher. Of course, there's talks about Brazil and Argentina closing down plants and cities, which, if that goes into effect any further, we're likely to continue the trend. At this time, with prices not too attractive, there's still things a guy can do to take advantage of what's being thrown at you. An idea? If you haven't priced any of your fuel for 2020, now's about as good a time as ever to price some cheap diesel. Then start looking at grain prices, whether it's old crop or new crop. Set yourself targets and hold yourself accountable. That way when we hit those targets, you execute. Of course, easier said than done. But if you have questions on what you can do at this time, give us a call here at Paragon Ag Advisors at 888-452-8751. I'm Zach Otot. Have a great day.